Hey, welcome back, everybody. It's time again for another episode of OC Spotlight. The one show, maybe the only show, that shows you the most amazing people doing the most incredible things right here in our own backyard or in our own kitchen, as we talk about here today. And today is no exception. In fact, it's a perfect topic to talk about because we're doing this about the middle of the day, and I'm already hungry just thinking about this show. This is a show that's going to show you what none of us know how to do anymore. Find, prepare, consume real food. Not all this prepackaged, pre-made, quick fix, fast food junk that we have filled ourselves with, and it's making us sick. So I'm sick of talking about it. Of that stuff. I want to learn more about real food, real cooking by somebody who's been doing it their whole life. Welcome, if you will, to our show, Maria Romeo. Did I get that right here?
Yeah.
She says it so much. You say it. You're a native Argentinian. It just flows differently when you say
The
it.
R.
The R, trilling the R.
Yes, Maria Romeo.
Oh, I could listen to you say that all day long. All right. Having said that, give us your story. You are from Argentina. You're originally of so many Argentinians are of Italian ancestry. I've always been amazed by that, which is a food culture for sure.
Yes.
And you say you're part Basque. There's one that not many know about. In Southern California, we do have some Basque communities, like out in Chino. And I got to know some of them when I had a bar out in that area. And it's such an ancient culture. They don't know where it comes from. I mean, it predates everything, the Basque culture. So talk about living this Basque background, Italian background, Argentinian background. All I hear is food through all of them.
Yes, I grew up sitting on the kitchen with my grandmoms. Both of them, one was Basque French, the other one Italian. So they were cooking with me. I was cooking next to them, and they were making me try everything.
I'm going to stop you right there. I have two grandsons, as we talked about, and they just moved back into it. And father got laid off, so we're trying to help everybody and rally the troops here until he can get another job again. So I'm amazed. They won't try anything. Hey, how about this? Mm-mm. How about the no? They have a handful of things, mostly junk. I'm not trying to put my daughter or son-in-law or anybody. This is the world we live in today. They both work. It's fast. It's quick. It's easy. It's consumer. And so their taste buds are so narrow and their willingness to try so little. I thought, how did we get there?
Yeah, it's very sad, unfortunately. When I go to family houses here in Orange County and I cook for them and people are like, please do this for my kids, I always tell them, when kids, you can't force them.
No.
You need to show them. So what happens is you eat healthy, and eventually your kids are going to be like, that's what she eats.
That's interesting. Let me try that. It's the takeaway. Oh, you can't have this. You just get mac and cheese, but I get something delicious here. Yeah.
This is what it is. Come do it with me. Try it. Here, let them try, because another thing, kids love to be in charge.
Yes.
And they love to cook.
Do they? Because, again, I was the first generation raised in TV. I'm in my late 60s now, grew up in the Midwest, and I got to tell you, if you've never been in the Midwest, nothing against all the Michigan, Minnesota, with all the places I'm from. I could talk endlessly about it. But one of the things that's not good about is food. My mother, God rest her soul, was not a good cook. She did try, but it was all meat and potatoes. Meat and potatoes, and then more meat and potatoes. And sometime we had spaghetti, and then it was meat and potatoes. It was a very unimaginative, Midwest, English, Irish, boring. The only, if it had any flavor, it's because you put salt on it. You just put salt all over everything. It's the only thing that gave it any kind of flavor. Middle of winter, it's all canned. It's not fresh anything because it's snowing. And I hated food. I just ate it as quick as I could. I didn't want to eat. I didn't want to, food was not a fun thing. It was just something you had to do. And I never cooked. And so now I come to California and everything's Spanish food, Asian food, Indian food, things I've never even heard of before.
And a lot of fast food, a lot.
Yeah, and a lot of fast food, right. Yeah.
And you see the line of the car of those fast food. And I just can't believe, because it's not like everybody thinks that it's for low income communities, and it's not.
It's for quick and easy.
It's a quick and easy.
And we are, I don't think people realize, in Orange County, the center of the fast food industry. How many chains are here? Taco Bell, on and on and on.
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A, tons
there's
and
so
tons
many.
of all these things are
Yes.
headquartered here in Southern California. I could look up a list for you here, but dozens of them here. So
Yes.
we're a car culture, and it's in and out of the car. And I'll give you another funny thing. So I grew up in a world where food was not, I don't know, it was just kind of boring food. And if you ask most of my friends, what's their favorite meal that your mother or grandmother make, I'd say, I don't have one. I don't remember. It wasn't like growing up in a Mexican culture, Hispanic, where yes, we saw our Italian culture where you got to watch grandma and cooked with her. We didn't have that experience. We were the first generation sort of separated from that. Second thing is, I didn't know where food came from. I mean, I know it comes from a farm, but I remember once when I went to college. I'm in college now at the University of Michigan, and somebody told me about brown eggs, and I said, there's no such thing as a brown egg. I've never seen a brown egg. Go to the store. There are white eggs only. I didn't know. I didn't know any of this. It's hard to believe because I'd never been to. I live up in suburbia. I live in a TV. In that day, it was the TV dinner era. You know, you pulled it out, you unfrozen, and you made it. Now it's fast food and all this other stuff. I grew up through the whole birth of all that. We've lost any sense of what real food tastes like, looks like. A tomato. I started getting into restaurants and dining and stuff here when I came to California, fine dining. And you go to a chef and what's a real tomato taste like? As opposed to the stuff that they just plump up and grow in mass. It looks pretty, but it has no flavor to it that you go to the store.
Yes.
Not like one you grew in your garden.
Totally.
Heirloom tomatoes, that forgotten strands of tomatoes that chefs have, this whole California cuisine 20, 30 years ago, they revived this idea of real food. Talk about real food. Wow, we lost any sense, flavor, connection to real food.
Oh my gosh.
That's a big topic, yeah.
For everything you just say now, but at the same time, it's a combination of people not having time and go to the grocery store because we had everything there and we have everything served and ready to eat it.
Yeah.
And they packed, we don't know when they pack it, what are they
I never
used
knew
with.
what real cheese tastes like. For example, real cheese. I never went and saw somebody make like they do in France or other places or something. I thought it was Kraft cheese. It was just processed stuff in little plastic things, and you pulled it out and you put it on your grilled cheese sandwich.
Actually, now it's recommended just to get a big piece of cheese. And when you buy a cheese, no, buy it in a bag that is coming shredded already. And just get the real piece of very good cheese. There's so many good cheese made in now Windrow
Chicken
milk.
nuggets. I don't know what part of the chicken the nugget comes from.
No, we don't want to know. Trust me. When
hot
you watch
dogs.
videos, how
What?
they make it,
I
do
love
know.
hot dogs and chicken nuggets and all these things. It's not even real food.
It's not real food. It is not. But well, it's the thing is people get used to that so much, and they don't even know where to start with.
That's my point.
And
so
what
you
to do.
for years were a professional chef. You've been worked, and you told me a Michelin star restaurant and what in.
Yeah, but that was long time ago, and then I came to United States, and I have my family here, so I cook for my family. I was a stay-home mom, and I cooked for my family for many years.
Right.
And I was vegetarian by then, so I explored.
As is my wife these days. Yeah.
Yeah, I've had the experience of my life to be 20 years plus vegetarian. Unfortunately, it wasn't good for my body. So I had to start to do my searching on what's going on with my body.
So
what my body
vegetarianism
needs.
you were missing some ingredients in there, something you
Yes,
needed.
I was getting very, very low blood pressure. And they did everything and they couldn't find anything wrong. So my body was needed more than what I was giving to my body on the age of near 50, right? So I started to study and taking classes with the Low Carb USA, which doctors...
This is nutritional training, trying to find out what I need to supplement what I'm getting here.
There are doctors not just from United States, they're from South Africa, and other parts in Europe. And I love that they show routine... during the whole class, they show the difference between Europe and United States when the amount of pesticides and things that they use in our food.
That's a whole other thing. Yeah, it might be real food, but it's not really healthy for it because they sprayed it and they put all this artificial stuff on it, so it'll stay on a shelf forever here.
And thank God now we are starting to hear more in this country what is going on. and now we're starting to see a little bit more.
Some people, but the percent. I'm gonna stop you right there. I'm with you. My wife's with you. We're trying to make some of that transition, although I still don't cook and I still eat way too much junk that's probably not real food. But my wife's trying to push me, and everybody's trying to push me, and my doctor's trying to push me, and I'm trying to push me to do this. But my impression is that's hard to find and expensive to get. Organic, special. I got to search farther to get the real stuff. It costs more to get the organic, the better stuff here. And then I still don't know what to do with it.
Well, the organic, you need to know exactly what type of thing do you need a really organic. Avocado, it's okay if they're not organic because they outside is really thick.
Right.
Now, if you're gonna get a sweet potato, try to get it organic. And there's a few places where the organic things are better. Like, I'm not gonna say where, but
But
there's
certain
places here where they literally buy for local farmers, but they don't pay the sticker that says organic because it costs money. But you know there is local farmers.
well, and that's a whole nother. We've done shows in that. We're going off wildly in different
Yeah.
directions. But organic is not organic. There is no one word that defines. It's supposed to be without pesticides, and yet many of these things, when you deep down into them, maybe they're still not quite as clean and pure as you think they are. Maybe they're not quite as organic, or there is, or some that you don't have that tag are organic because they don't want to pay for the extra tag or
Yes, but there is a
whatever goes with
difference
it.
sometimes in some vegetables and fruit. Although there are so many ways to wash the vegetables now
Yeah.
these days, with a very simple like baking soda and white vinegar, and you can take everything out. So there's so many
Because I
ways.
love apples, for example, and people say, well, "Do you wash the apple?" I said, "No, I just take it and
Just
eat
wash
it."
the apple, and that's it. And you
I-
can eat it.
I'm not sure I do. And then they said, "You know what kind of wax and junk and crap they put on this thing, so it'll stay red for years to come."
Unfortunately, yes, they do. They do. So, yeah, that's why I'm happy that we're going to more natural, and I think we get more information. I think that the most important thing is that people do not know. Is because we do not have the right information for the right people that's supposed to give us the
So
right
you found
information.
a health issue, even though
Yes.
you thought you were eating the healthiest thing
Even
possible,
when I thought that I was the healthier.
and still something missing. So you went into nutritional training, and you discovered what? That there's more to the story than just saying it's vegan or it's organic or whatever.
Yeah.
And there are some other things maybe missing. We did a show for many years with a doctor here who does Alzheimer's research, and he's always talking about inflammation,
Inflammation.
everything. And
Inflammation.
what's one of the things that inflames everything? Sugar.
Sugar.
Sugar has. I'm a sugar addict. I love sugar, and yet that's inflammatory. Your body resists it. And
We
when
have two things: the sugar and the flour.
yeah,
And
right.
people always say, okay, how do I start it? And I say, do me a favor. For 1 month, just do not eat anything with sugar and flour. The problem is we buy everything, we don't read what it has.
Oh.
And everything has sugar. When I was studying now my nutrition coaching class, the doctor started naming all the different type of name we can find on the label.
Sucrose, all these
There are
other
hundreds. There's so many.
fructose, yeah,
So
the fake sugar names, whatever that's called, aspartame or something.
Yes.
Yeah,
And so for me, it's first of all, if you want to start it to see if that will be something that it will be good for you, just stop for 1 month sugar and flour or everything white. For me, there's a
Yeah,
rule in my house.
there
I
you go.
always
White
tell,
sugar, white flour, all
white
that stuff.
rice, white
White-
everything, white starch,
That's all I
white
eat.
everything.
If I, I'm going to eat healthy. I'm going to eat white rice. Oh,
Why?
That's good. Yeah.
You know, okay, I
Because
got
I
it from.
grew up on Fritos and Twinkies and the birth of fast food and hot dogs and chicken nuggets and fake food. I'm it.
Yes, we that's what we always told, you know, we learn about that, and it's sad because I talk to people and people say, well, what do you eat? You always look good. What do you eat? And I'm like, well, I don't know. I eat food.
You eat
And-
real food, and that's
Real
so
food.
strange. We don't know what it looks like. We don't know what it tastes like, and we don't know where to find it. All right, so time's running out. How do you do what then? You teach people how to find it, how to source this stuff,
Yes.
and then teach them how to buy it. This is almost like a coach kind of thing.
It is more coaching.
Meal planning, and not just planning the stuff, but where to buy it and get it, and grocery lists and sourcing it and
How
everything.
to wash it,
How to
use
it.
I've been doing this in person in Orange County. I go to people's houses and I help them to learn what to order. I actually go to their pantry and their fridge and I throw away so many things.
Well, you throw away all my whole
You
house
have
full
no
of stuff.
idea how many things I throw away, and I am like I can believe what people are using. I have people there. The entire Costco is in the house. The entire Costco. And then they say, well,
You've been to my house then.
I'm pretty sure I did.
You've been to my house. All right. Now, so you go in and do this.
So
This can't be inexpensive, though. So this is probably just for
is.
those who can afford it, the affluent or whatever. And it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort. And there's only so many people you can serve in a day and help to do this. And then do you teach them how to cook it and make it? Because you have this cooking background and professional chef training. You were a sous chef. There's a difference between that and a regular chef.
Yes, it is.
What's the difference between a sous chef and SOUS? What's the difference between a sous chef or a regular
Well,
chef?
the chef is the one who finds the recipe that he wants to rebuild and create in the restaurant. Because let me tell you, not every chef know how to do everything.
No.
Sometimes I go to people's house and say, "Oh, can you please do me the chicken wrap?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not a chef. I don't know. I'll find a recipe, I'll copy, and I'll make it the best."
Right.
But because we cook in restaurants, we have to know everything.
Right.
Even chef needs to get a recipe for a
So
book
the chef
and
is sort of
copy.
the executive.
The
He's
chef
the
is the secretary, and you do what he needs as a salad or as a dessert. Sometimes some of the chef will allow you to come with your ideas.
right.
But
The sous
not
chef is
many.
more like the line chef then? or something?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right. So you were a line chef working at some fancy places through the years, then eventually got married, stay-at-home mom, used some of that historical training, grandma and grandma's knees, professional training, doing this. What did your kids say when other kids came over to the house? They're like, "Where's the Twinkies? Where's the Fritos?"
I have when they were in elementary school, I have parents texting me and says, "Can you please tell me how did you make the milanesa?
Yeah, right.
Can you please stop feeding my kids?" Or they will send my kids from school still send me texts. "Hey, can you please make pastas because we are coming with this and this and this?" And I will have people all the time in my house.
Because they're like, if I went to your house as a little kid and I was friends with your kids, I wouldn't know what this is. It didn't look like all the food in my friend's house.
Yeah.
Didn't look like the food at the cafeteria in the school. It didn't look like the food down at the fast food where we all went. It's something different. And it is, the one thing I discovered is real food, what little I've experienced of it today, like at restaurants and stuff, fancy restaurants, it is tastier. This isn't bland and blah or artificially pumped up with sugar just to make it appealing or addictive here.
Yeah, but that's another thing that we lose so much. We lost the feeling of the real taste of the food.
Yeah.
We put so many things. I go to a restaurant now, I can sleep during the night because it's so rich. I can't even tell you what are they using because they're putting so many things. It's popular now, these restaurants. And I admire a lot to go to a restaurant. I admire so many other chefs, and I admire the way they create amazing dishes. But please stop putting too much on a simple meatballs.
Yes. And that is because they're trying to make it look spectacular, and it's $100,
And because
it's
it has
a
sugar
show.
and it has a lot of things that we can eat.
Yeah.
It has a lot of things that we cannot eat because it's cheaper in restaurant. They're not gonna go trying to find something very expensive for you. They need the money from you, so
Yeah.
they're not gonna take care of what they put in their food.
Okay, so you're painting a bleak picture here from start to finish. Everybody's filling us up, and we're falling for it because we think it's quick and we're raised on, and we think it's cheaper, and blah blah, and it's certainly faster. And we have lost touch. When you came in and said the name of your company is Real Food, what is it? Real Food.
Real food.
By Maria. I laughed. I said, "What is real food anymore? I don't even know. My grandkids don't know what real food tastes like. They don't eat real food. Most kids don't. And my generation was the one that started that with TV dinners and the birth of McDonald's. I remember when the first McDonald's opened up. And the microwave and all. Yeah, we were part of that whole wave of things that allowed you just to get away from real food. We don't hunt it. We don't catch it. We don't grow it. We don't know what it comes from. We don't know what it looks like. We don't know what to do with it. We don't know how to cook it. We don't know how to cook at all. Most of us, we just go, I'm hungry, call Uber, bring me food.
or go to the near grocery store and buy something.
Give me food. It's
So
pre-processed food. It's made food. Hand it to me.
yeah, it's okay. That's where I'm coming in, and I'm going to offer this system online where
So
I
now it
wanna.
becomes, this is the new birth of a new business. This will still be Real Food by Maria, but the idea is that you can subscribe and get a food plan, a food menu, a food ingredients, a food, how to buy,
How to
prepare
prepare, how to keep everything in the fridge, how to
real
storage, how to
food.
wash. Yes, but they have to do it. I'm not
Yeah, no,
sending
you
food.
can't. This
Yes.
is taking. There's only so many of you and so many hours, and you're expensive, and this is taking that to a larger
No,
audience.
but at the
and
same
growing.
time, people sometimes ask me, why don't you just make it and send it? And I say, I don't believe on people that will bring me food. I don't even know what they use. I don't even know how do they cook it. Who was next to them when they cook it?
You got to teach
I'm
people how to
sorry.
fish,
It's
not not
yeah.
just catch the fish for them. Yeah,
Just
exactly.
do it. It's
Right.
easy to do it, and you know which oil
You
you
say
use.
it's easy. I have no idea.
Oh, it
I'm-
is easy.
If,
Trust me.
If my wife didn't cook, if my daughter didn't cook, I'd be dead. I would. All I would eat is fast food, prepared food, like I did 100 years ago when I was single and when I was in college and stuff. So you're saving us. Thank you. You're going to bring back real food. You're going to teach us how to do it. Will there be classes or other information online, other things,
Yes.
videos and things that just, if you want to get back to real food, teach your kids the taste, the flavor, the appreciation, the importance of real food and not the crap we eat today. Where do they go? What's the website to go find all this? Or what will the website be? Real Food by Maria?
Realfoodbymaria.com.
Okay.
Yes.
And in there, you're right. When, has this rolled out yet? Or are you getting ready to roll this out?
We are already on in person, but we are coming next week online. So we're working really hard
So
to
we're talking
launch
about
next week.
February of 2025 for those looking at the future
Exactly.
here. This is the birth.
February
Of
2025 will be online in order for
And people
many
can
people.
get some free information, or they can actually get some subscribe to like a subscription system. You will
Yes.
send them food. You get to know them, and then you'll tell them what to get, where to get, how to make it,
Yes.
how to fix it, all
There's
that
gonna
kind
be
of stuff.
videos. There's gonna be a lot of talk, and they need to understand.
Do you know how
before they
funny
start it.
this sounds? That you have, I'm in the late 60s, and you still got to teach me how to eat, how to prepare, how to cook, what real food looks like and tastes like. It doesn't look and taste like Chicken McNuggets and Twinkies. That's what I thought. That's what I see at the store. That's what I grew up on.
Well, it's
Fritos.
never late. You can do it.
I can do it. If I can do it, you
Yes.
can do it. All right. Again,
exactly.
Real Food with Maria. And today, we're going to end with you brought us some real food here. Oh, my goodness. Now, this isn't, I wouldn't think this
That's
would
the
be
muffin.
I wouldn't think you would have brought this because a muffin, I went, oh, muffins. But muffins to me don't sound like real food. Is that real food? Is it real food?
Yes,
Is
it
real
has no
nuts?
sugar, but you will taste
All right,
the,
I'm gonna try
the
it.
sugar.
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna tell you if I spit it out, you don't be offended. But
Let's
well, it's
see.
actually sweet. I taste banana in it. Mm-hmm. It's not overly sweet like some of these things are, but it's not dry. Some of these things I taste are just dry, dull. Tastes like cardboard when it's supposedly real food. What is it different about? Why is this? This is pretty tasty. This is really tasty.
It has almond flour. It has raspberry, blueberry, all natural, and it has a coconut oil and
I
almond
taste
flour.
the coconut oil in there, yeah. So there's no white flour in this.
No,
There's
it has chia seed and it has little almonds on the top in order to be more crispy.
Can you just bring this to me every day here in the studio?
And we can make it with many things inside.
How-
I don't have a recipe for that.
How
It's just
long would this take me at home to make them?
15
with your
minutes.
how long?
You put everything together. If you have everything in the fridge, it takes no longer than 5 minutes, and then you put it in the oven for 25 minutes, 30 minutes in the oven, and that's it.
My
It's ready.
grandkids would go nuts. They would eat this. And,
And
this
you-
is healthy. This
you
is
can
real.
actually put a cacao chocolate, like a little pieces. That's what I do with my clients' kids. The 80% cacao chocolate. Another
love
place that I know,
chocolate.
and we all go all the time. They have it, and it's very cheap.
Sorry, I can't
And
stop eating it. Now you got me hooked on real food here. Wow, this is really good. I thought, oh, this is going to be, real food. It's not going to be really good.
It has to be good because it's
Not enough
more-
sugar and not enough salt, not enough processed stuff in here. But this, I can't taste anything different. I mean, it is more flavorful. I'd taste more flavors to it. I guess that's one thing I have to get used to. It's not one flavor just overwhelming. Fritos, Twinkies, they smash you with one flavor and you go, wow, that's salt, that's sugar, that's sweet or something here. It's very
No,
good.
that is banana and
So this is the
blueberry.
type of thing you either do currently prepare for clients in their house, or you now
Yes.
can teach them
Oh,
how
there,
to make
there's
and how to do it.
some of my clients' kids that I cannot leave the house until I made a dozen of those muffins. And there was
Wow.
I was working with a beautiful family last year, and they were 2 years old and 4 years old, and they were I was just in love with them. And they were like every day, where are my muffins, Maria? Where are my muffins? Do you put chocolate in the muffins?
I'm going to take this home and see. I've got a 5-year-old who's the worst grandson.
Yeah.
Everything I tell him, hey, buddy, why don't you try this? No. How do you know? No. No, no, no. Go, no, 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 no. And I'm like, everything is no, 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 no. All he wants is McDonald's. All he wants is, I don't know, rattle off the mac and cheese, the classic meals that little kids eat today. And I thought, this isn't healthy. This isn't good for him. And I'm not trying to slam my daughter. She's working. She's trying to do stuff. I get it. I'm not making them rich food. I'm not, rich in flavor or rich in healthy ingredients. My generations gave birth to this. I can't fight it. But I realize we've created a monster here. And now these kids not only have never had it, they're convinced they wouldn't even try it. So I'm going to get him to see if he'll try one of these things. And if he would, hooray.
Yeah, it would be great.
Okay, I'm going to give you a report back on this. One last time, Real Food by Maria. It's been a real pleasure meeting you here today.
Thank
Here,
you.
I'm really embarrassed to say that I'm the exact problem that you're talking about.
Paul will help you here.
Okay, I think you would get me back to real
Yes,
food.
exactly. Hey, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for
Thank
joining us
you.
here today. Here. Okay, before everybody runs out the door, we just want to remind you, this is what you get if you tune into each and every time. You get some real advice, some real information, like real food, right here on Orange County's only real radio station, community radio station, OC Talk Radio, streaming live from our studios here at the University of California, Irvine's Beale Applied Innovation Center.